Welcome to Beyond the Cookbook. I'm Yvette, and tonight I'm getting ready to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. As part of my readiness guide for my Cinco de Mayo celebration, I will be preparing pico de gallo, guacamole, and I will make my own homemade tortilla chips. I have to say, pico de gallo and guacamole are very good, healthy options for any gathering. And I'm gonna have a special guest who's gonna help me put all this together. This recipe is really easy to make, and with a little bit of prep work, it will get you ready for your fiesta. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get our tomatoes ready. Let's get chopping. So we're gonna put our tomatoes on our plate, just get it ready. So definitely, it's extremely important to have a very sharp knife, because if not, it won't be easy to get through this work. Tomato skin can be kind of tricky, so what should we get next? Next, I'm gonna get my onion, my red onion. Sometimes I use Spanish onion, and sometimes red onion. As usually I've mentioned a couple times before, that really doesn't matter, and if you want to mix both, if you like both onions, go for it. Okay, get the onions ready on the side. Next thing I'm going to work on, my jalapenos. And I want my daughter Sophia to be able to try this delicious pico de gallo, so I will remove the seeds and veins as well. Not because I want to, but because I want my daughter and my friends who don't really like the spice level so much, I want them to be able to enjoy both the pico de gallo and my guacamole. I know sometimes they say, don't trust a person from Mexico who tells you it's not spicy. And I know we have a high tolerance for spicy food. Actually, all of our candy growing up, since you're a toddler, it has some sort of spicy hotness to it. So we definitely like to mix sweet, salty, and spicy in pretty much everything we like to eat. So once again, I remember I shared in a tuna recipe not too long ago that you could always substitute your jalapenos for green peppers. It has the same look, the same crunch, and none of the spice, and still really delicious. So you can do that, or just go without any pepper, jalapeno, or anything. Hey, it's all good, and it's all about what you like to eat. We're just giving you suggestions. So I was very generous with the jalapeno as usual. One of the two things I really can control myself with: salt level. I really like a little salty, and spicy. I really like it spicy, but I'm trying to be nice, trying to have everybody to be able to dip in my guacamole without going like, oh, arriba, arriba. Okay, so we're almost done with our pico de gallo. So we have our tomatoes, we have the purple onion or red onion, and we have our jalapeno. So what's left? We still need some cilantro. I do have friends who cannot stand cilantro, but this is one of the things that you either love it or you hate it. This is one ingredient I can't substitute with anything. I just have to use it. I love it so much. I really like to chop my cilantro really fine, just because you don't want a big chunk of cilantro. It's nice to have little pieces of a really subtle flavor. So after all this work, chopping our ingredients, we're ready to mix our pico de gallo. Thank you for your help, Sophia. So let's get our tomatoes. Yeah, that's great. One more scoop. And what's next? Maybe some onions now?
Yeah, I have some twisting it.
Okay, you can get it in there. Okay. Some jalapeno and cilantro. Excellent. And I always like to add salt. You don't have to, but with tomatoes, very important to add salt. So Sophia's gonna help. I think it will be a great idea to add a little bit of lime splash.
I'm gonna add a little bit of lime splash.
Yes, you are. And we're gonna use this tool.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay, you can put the lime inside.
Yep. And then,
Up the other way.
okay. Here.
Perfect. And you gotta squeeze the lime juice. We only want a hint of lime. We don't want too much. So this, now it's gonna go to our
I
container.
want to go around. Can I do it?
Mm-hmm. So we got our pico de gallo ready. That's the first thing. So since we have done all this work, we have lots of tomatoes, lots of onions, and cilantro and jalapeno. We're halfway through for our next recipe, which is guacamole. Can you say guacamole?
Guacamole.
Guacamole. So now we have our avocados. We cut them in half.
Yeah.
So we cut our avocados in half. I'm using 3. You can use as many as you need. We don't have a big Cinco de Mayo party this year. As we know, we have to kind of stay at home and keep to ourselves. But I don't mind, because we are going to make a ton of avocado or guacamole still, and we're going to keep it for a couple days. So that's, since we need to keep our guacamole for a few days, we will use lime for this recipe. Normally in Mexico, when we make guacamole just for to go with our meal for right that second, you don't need to add lime juice for it, but it's very important to add it if you're gonna try to preserve it for a couple of days at least. So you can also keep the pit in the guacamole, and it also helps to keep it nice and green for a little longer. I know avocados are really finicky, but it's definitely worth it. So just to start with your guacamole, all you need a sharp knife, a spoon, and a fork. So you need this spoon to get this pulp out of the avocado. You want to try one? And I'll mash this one.
They're going stickiness on my avocado. You're like getting avocado hands.
Mash, 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 mash. Avocado is excellent with white rice, white plain rice, chunks of avocado. Also with ham sandwiches, steak sandwiches, avocado. It's a great addition. Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, you can spread it instead of mayo. You can just add some avocado spread.
Yep, avocado spread.
Yeah.
You could do that as me.
Good.
Want to do it?
So we're gonna do our teamwork as usual. We're getting ready for our pretend party because it's gonna be a party of 3. Sophia has a beautiful Mexican style dress. And I have a very, very bright color because I don't have a beautiful Mexican style dress like she does.
Avocado hands.
Avocado hands.
That's right. That makes sense.
So that's why we did our pico de gallo first, because it's pretty much the same ingredients we're gonna add to our avocado. Right, Sophia?
Yep.
So we already did pretty much most of the work. You're dying to mix this, aren't you? Okay, let's mix it. Okay, we'll add some tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Lots of onions.
Hop.
Oh wait, I gotta turn it the other way now. Give me 1 second. Lots of cilantro. There you go. Oh wait, gotta turn this around. And jalapeno. Oh, you use your hands. That's gonna be spicy. Okay. So now we have to mix.
Okay, I want to mix.
Okay.
It's turned different.
It's now a different recipe. Isn't that amazing how adding some ingredients, you're creating something absolutely new and so fresh, so healthy, so good for you, and so much fun.
And it's so healthy to make you strong.
Strong, and it's good to be strong. I'll put the lime in here and we squish it because we want to make sure our avocado will last. So this guacamole needs to be good for a couple days. Oh, this
It's out.
There you go. That's enough. We only want enough to keep the... There you go. That's good. Okay. And last thing, don't forget the salt, because now we're definitely going to need the salt because we added the tomatoes and the lime. So we need to, I think they call it neutralize.
It is like rain salt.
Yeah, add some more.
It's like rain salt.
Oh, you're doing yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, you do that part. And now it's my turn. So we're almost ready for our Cinco de Mayo party. We finished with our Pico de Gallo, we finished with our guacamole, and now all we need is some tortilla chips. We can get some store-bought ones, nothing wrong with those ones, or you can make your own. In this case, I have a day-old tortillas, actually more like a couple day-old tortillas, and that's what we do in Mexico. You know, you get your tortillas every day. If you didn't get to eat them soon enough and now they start getting a little old, that's the kind of history behind the tortilla chips, then you cut them and fry them, and then they take a whole new life. So you have your tortilla chips, and you're just gonna cut. I'm gonna get a bunch because I don't think I can do this in 2 minutes. And this I'm gonna do by myself, Sophia. So you can watch and learn for like next time. So you have the tortillas cut in half. Then you have your half circles, and then you can put them on top of, pile them on top of each other. Yes,
it is like a rainbow.
Yeah, like a rainbow. And then you cut your rainbow in half.
It is like a tortilla rainbow.
So you're gonna cut them again. You did quarters, and now you're gonna go into eighths. Eighths. And now you have the traditional tortilla shape. Now I'm gonna take this into the kitchen. You need to make sure your oil is really nice and hot and it's bubbly. As soon you can do the test with like a drop of water, and if it starts bubbling, you know your oil is hot enough. So we'll be right back. And I'm gonna bring this knife with me. I'll come back with some tortilla chips. Thank you so much for watching our video. Thank you, Sophia, for helping me with this recipe. Please, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, and send us some comments if you have any ideas for future recipes, either for Natasha with her Portuguese style or for my Mexican style recipes that you want me to go. Call my mom, call the grandmas, and they can send me their secret recipes and I will share it with you. Like, subscribe, and we can make these videos happen every week.